I'm here this morning going to take my first good test of the 2x3 jaw crusher sent to me by Dave at 911 Metallurgist. If you haven't seen my intro video, the unboxing and assembling video, you can go back and watch that. But today I'm going to do my first good test of this jaw crusher. I have a pan full of material. So there's a really good size 15-inch pan full of random stuff from mine by Hope, BC. And I'm going to just test it today to see how well it crushes it. Now, after talking with Dave, he said for the first pass, I want the gap down in there, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. So let's start with a nice big gap. And we're going to run everything through once real quick to break it down to 1/4 inch stock. Then I can tighten it up and powder it from there. This could be a challenge, this stuff, because it is dug from the surface, which means it's not just quartz with iron ore and arsenic and all that. It's also a lot of loamy dirt and even the odd twig and stick that was up at the surface. So these could cause me a problem. As they get jammed, they're not going to crush, so they could get jammed in there. But this is all a big test. Let's see how it works. We're going to start with the rocks. Just took a quick pause here because I actually wanted to mention something. Dave and I were talking last night about some rocks that seem to not get jammed in there, but just to stay up in the jaws and not crush and go through. And what it seemed to be was soft rocks. And he talked about it, that some rocks, if the surface is powdery, and when it crushes down it doesn't break the rock, it just powders the surface, they can stay up in the jaws and not work their way down through the wedges and crush. And it just gets a soft surface that's sort of gooey as it's powdered. Now he said if you have this problem, if you have a rock that is of a soft nature, when you're ordering this machine off him, that you just tell him that and he sends you one that has a bigger throw in the eccentric, so the jaws move farther and they will deal with the soft rocks easier. A short distance stroke like this one deals with really hard rocks very well, but the softer rocks can be a bit of a problem. And I'm finding now that if I just back off the jaws, make a bit bigger gap, those softer rocks will go through. Okay, back to crushing. Then I'll talk about the machine a bit more. So I've run that pan full through. Only I had a few little glitches of some softer rock I had to pull the jaws apart a little bit for, but they all seem to go through nicely. Now what I've done with this here is I've set this up, the whole frame and everything, so it can take a 5-gallon bucket underneath. But not just a 5-gallon bucket. It's also got enough room to put, in this case, 3 classifiers on top of that bucket. I've got an 1/8, I think a 16 mesh, and a 20 mesh. And now, unfortunately, because of the loamy material, the 1/8 got plugged up and didn't let it through. I'm going to see if I can shake it down, and that way we can sort of see the different degrees of powdering. Now this was still letting through 3/8 rocks because that's how big I had the jaws set for. But I'm going to set it down to a lot smaller and let it go again. Okay, I'm going to shake this down and then have a good look at it. So here you can see on the first pass, we had the bigger stuff, that's the 1/8 plus, 1/8 minus, 16 minus, and then 20 minus down there. But that was with the jaws 3/8 of an inch apart. You gotta tighten up those jaws and run it again. Okay, so looks like I still have some 8 plus rock, a fair bit of 8 minus, and then yeah, a whole bunch of the smaller stuff too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this machine to the smallest possible gap. Basically those jaws are touching down there. And then I'm going to run the whole lot through one last time and see what kind of crush I get. Probably just using the one classifier. Probably just use the 16. Yeah, probably use the 16. See what comes out oversized, and then the rest of it will pan out afterwards and see if there's any gold. I'm actually not expecting any gold in this material, but if there is some, I'll be pleasantly surprised because this material here is very plentiful and easy to dig. But I don't expect there to be much in there. Let's hope. wrapped it on top, well, duct tape it on top, and then poured all the material in it. And it beats on a perfect rate all by itself. I could just walk away. I actually did. I walked away for about 10 minutes. Came back and still just chopping away. Rubbing it. Rubbing it. So I'm all done that run, and at the lowest setting for the machine, this is what was left over in the 16 plus. And I'm sure I could run that again quite easily and crush down most of that to powder as well. Though I do want to go and just pan this, because if there was any bigger gold, I could see it not crushing, because gold's not going to crush, and it might be up here in this stuff. Not that I'm really expecting much gold from this. Okay, and then down here in the powder is, well, powder. I got about a quarter bucket full here. Let me go pan that out and see what's in it. Well, hell, I was not expecting that at all. In the oversize. I was hoping, I was not expecting. There is my first little nugget from the blue chip mine. Wow! I'm excited. Let me pick that up. Okay, there's gold here. In bigger pieces too. There we go, I focused the camera a bit more so you can see it. Dave told me there was big gold there. Oh great, now I'm talking about two different Daves. I got Dave from the 9/11 Metallurgist and Dave from the Blue Chip Mine. Wow. Down to the creek here to try testing out panning this material that's straight from the crusher. See what kind of consistency we're getting out of it. And after I found that little chunk of gold there in the coarse stuff, who knows, maybe I'll find something in here. I wasn't really planning on finding any gold in this stuff. Looks to be a lot of about 20 mesh, at least on top. Going by right underneath the highway here. crushing down quartz like this is pretty easy panning because the difference between the quartz and the heavies is so drastic. Just pure iron left. Lots of sulfides, but no visible gold. I'm keeping all the sulfides from this mine, and I'm going to do another whole video series on smelting here shortly, because I'm told that the sulfides here in this mine contain a lot of gold locked up in those sulfides. So it'd be great stuff to play around for smelting. Getting down to the end, it's just a big lump of silver at the bottom. The iron pyrite, chalcopyrite, there's phenopyrite in there. My old camera here needs to be refocused. If I focus at a long distance and then try to bring it in close, it just doesn't like it. So there's a piece what looks like it was once wire gold that has gone through the crusher and squished down flat. Nice little piece. And there was another piece here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it again. There it is. Right there, a small piece. And then the bigger piece over here. Very cool. I like the consistency. Seems to be finding the gold nicely. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that for this video. I think I gave it a first good test. In my next videos, I'm going to test the speed of the throughput and how well it takes different types of rock and put through some more scientific, if you will, tests. This first one was just sort of testing it out and seeing if I could figure out how the thing is supposed to work. So there it is. The 2x3, well, 2¼ by 3 jaw crusher from 911 Metallurgist on its stand after its first couple hours worth of running. And yes, we found some gold, even in material I wasn't expecting to find gold in. So, hey, a bit of a bonus. I'm excited. Well, everyone, off camping here for a little bit, but I will get some more videos going real soon. So, until then, bye.